Paul Finebaum challenged Mark Stoops. Did you see it? Before the news, subscribe to the channel to receive more news from the Wildcats. Finebaum didn't hold back. Paul Finebaum has never been afraid to make strong statements, and his recent criticism of Mark Stoops put even more pressure on the Kentucky football coach. In his analysis, the ESPN commentator argued that the Wildcats are in decline, mentioning that 4 of the last 5 seasons have been mediocre or worse. For Finebaum, Stoops earns too much of a salary for a coach who has not delivered consistent results. But does the analysis make sense? If we look at what Stoops has built in Lexington, the criticism seems at the very least exaggerated. When he took over the program, Kentucky was irrelevant in the SEC, recruiting poorly and unable to remain competitive against the top teams in the conference. Today, despite recent setbacks, the Wildcats are a program that plays in bowl games frequently, recruits top-tier players nationally, and, most importantly, has a much stronger foundation than before. Sure, last season was underwhelming, and some offensive coaching decisions didn't help. The constant turnover of offensive coordinators has hampered the continuity of the offense, and the cultural issues Finebaum mentioned are something Stoops needs to fix. But at the same time, this is a coach who has led Kentucky to 2 10-win seasons in the last 6 years, something that would have been unthinkable before he arrived. The key here is not to ignore the problems, but to understand Kentucky's reality in the SEC. If Finebaum questions Stoops' work, the inevitable question is, who would do better? Kentucky doesn't have the tradition of an Alabama, a Georgia, or even a Tennessee, where elite coaches would line up to take the job. What Stoops has built is something sustainable and can be tweaked, and there's no guarantee that a change would yield immediate results. In addition, Kentucky remains strong in recruiting and is well-positioned in the nil game, a crucial factor in today's college football landscape. Stoops is not only recruiting well in-state, but he's also landing big names outside of the state, something that simply wasn't happening before. Has the pressure on Stoops increased? Yes. But is Kentucky in crisis as Finebaum suggests? That seems like an exaggeration. The program has structure, good players, and a coach who has proven he can get the Wildcats on the right track. The 2024 season will be key to showing whether adjustments have been made, but saying Kentucky is spinning out of control may be more of a headline grab than a realistic analysis of the situation. Let me know what you think now, so let me know in the comments.